Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here, my name is Hope and you are watching Tasty City. In today's video, I share my homemade white bread recipe. It is super soft, so easy to make, and it tastes so delicious. So if you'd like to see how I made this, please stay tuned and keep watching. Don't forget to click the like button, subscribe if you are not yet already, and without further ado, let's get started. For full list of ingredients, please check the description box. I have everything listed there. In a bowl, I'll add my warm milk. To that, I'll add my instant dry yeast. Next, I'll add some sugar. Some nutmeg powder for flavor. You may use any flavor of your choice or skip the nutmeg entirely if you prefer. Next, I added some melted butter. I'll also be adding 1 large beaten egg. At this point, I'll add the flour, and I'm using bread flour, but you can also use all-purpose flour. Then lastly, I'll be adding some salt, and the reason I'm adding the salt lastly is because I don't want it to come in contact with the yeast so it doesn't deactivate or kill our yeast. So at this point, I'll mix this very well to combine till a dough is formed. So this recipe makes 2 big loaves of bread, but I'll also be leaving the measurement of a loaf in the description box, so please do well to check it out later. Our dough is coming together nicely. Once the dough comes together beautifully just like so, we will transfer the dough to a lightly floured surface and knead for about 8 to 10 minutes or until it is very soft and elastic. After 10 minutes of kneading, our dough is now very smooth, soft, stretchy and elastic, as you can see here. At this point, we'll form this into a ball shape, transfer to a grease bowl and allow to rest in a warm place for 1 hour. Now transfer the dough to a lightly greased bowl. This will prevent the dough from drying out during the rising process. Then cover and allow to rest in a warm place. One hour later, and our dough has risen beautifully, as you can see. At this point, I'm just going to gently deflate the dough to get rid of any trapped in air, and then we will transfer this to a lightly greased work surface. So at this point, it is best to lightly grease your work surface instead of dusting with flour. At this point, we will transfer the dough onto our work surface and then cut into 2 equal parts. Once the cutting process is done, I'll set one dough aside while I work with one. So I just eyeballed the cutting. But if you want this to be equal, maybe you want a professional outcome, you don't want one loaf to be bigger than the other after baking, then you can also use a scale if you have one. But hey, this is a homemade bread. At this point, I'm also going to roll this out a bit, just a bit with my rolling pin. And here I have also greased my loaf pans. This step is very important so that your loaves will come out from the pan easily after baking. At this point, we will roll the dough tightly, then pinch and tuck in any excess. So pinch it very well and tuck in any excess from the two ends. So now transfer this into your baking pan and repeat the same process with the other dough, that is if you are making 2 loaves. So here I have the both loaves and I'm just greasing them with a bit of oil just so that they don't dry out during the resting process, and we are going to allow them to rest for 45 minutes. 45 minutes later and our loaves have risen beautifully, as you can see. So at this point we'll be baking them in a preheated 180 degrees Celsius oven for between 30 to 40 minutes. As you can see, they are big loaves, so they need time to be fully baked. And voila, our loaves are out from the oven and they smell so delicious. So I'm going to let them cool in the baking pan for like 10 minutes, after which I'll transfer them to a cooling rack and allow them to cool completely. Alright, my beautiful family, at this point our loaves are completely cool. I'm gonna slice through and let's see what we've got. And oh my goodness, the loaves turned out super soft and moist in the inside and they smell so delicious. Take a look. Can you see how it bounces back? It is super soft and moist in the inside. So now that you know how easy, how simple it is to make homemade bread, I hope you give this recipe a try and let me know how it turns out for you. And this could last up to 7 days in a Ziploc bag or in an airtight container. Thank you all so much for watching. Until I see you next time with something delicious, stay blessed and bye for now.